Stick with me, because this gets wild. I just wrote one simple line in my journal. I want 10 billion. But then, a second, totally identical journal appears right at my feet. Reading the first page completely short-circuits my brain. It says, "Dear Grandpa, I found this perfectly preserved notebook hidden among all your old belongings. I saw your idea. You are an absolute genius. Technology can now send objects back in time. But this technology has one massive catch. It is insanely expensive. To escape our family's poverty, I spent every single penny. Had to send you this answer journal. It perfectly matches the question notebook you are holding right now. Both books have exactly 100 pages. Every single page in mine links directly to yours, giving the exact answers. The page you are reading right now solves your page 1 question. Where to get your very first fortune? According to history, exactly 3 days after you write this, a massive regional conflict breaks out up north. And that conflict zone, it happens to be a massive oil-producing region. So, international oil prices will absolutely explode, shooting from $30 to $150 a barrel in 21 days. I do not need to explain how to profit here. Now pay close attention. Whatever you do, never flip ahead in this magical journal. You have to write your question in your own notebook first. Only then can you check the matching page in the answer journal. Skip ahead, and every following page goes permanently blank. You will never get another answer again. You seriously need to remember this exact rule. I just stare at the 2 journals, jaw completely on the floor. The shock is literally beyond words. It is like the universe actually heard my deepest desires. Someone really answered my wish and mailed a journal from the future. This is pure insanity. I grab my phone and frantically scan the international news updates. The world is completely peaceful right now. There's not even the slightest hint of any war coming. But international crude oil prices? They match the journal perfectly at $30. If this book is right, hitting $150 in 21 days means a full 5 times increase. It is honestly just impossible to fully believe. Yet the journal, sitting right here, keeps screaming that this is totally real, not a dream at all. Time to go all in on the international crude oil futures market. But wait, what if the future info is actually wrong? I would literally lose everything. Still on the fence, I decide to run one more test. I have to see if this journal from the future is actually telling the truth. I flip to page 2 of the question notebook. Grabbing my pen, write, "How do I know you are actually telling me the truth? Show me some news that has not happened yet." After writing this down, I take a heavy breath and pick up the magical answer journal. Turning straight to page 2, it says, "Fine, let me check the historical records for you. At 3:29 this afternoon, magnitude 5 earthquake hits the waters off Hokkaido, Japan." I finish reading that and immediately grab my phone. I know you are feeling the suspense too. It is exactly 3 p.m. I search the news, nothing. For half an hour, I'm anxiously refreshing my screen non-stop. Then suddenly, the China earthquake network drops a breaking alert. Confirmed. Today, at exactly 3:29 p.m., a magnitude 5.9 earthquake hit off Hokkaido, Japan, at coordinates 142 east, 45.8 north. I pump my fist hard. The earthquake actually happened. Both the location and the time are dead on accurate. With our current modern technology, predicting an earthquake that far in advance is literally impossible. The answer journal genuinely came from my future descendants. And the best part? History has not changed one single bit just because this journal exists. Everything is still proceeding perfectly on schedule. This is absolutely the best possible news for me. History has not shifted, meaning the journal's future information is completely accurate. In 3 days, Northern War breaks out. Crude oil futures will violently skyrocket from $30 to $150. Now, the real master planning begins. In a 21-day window, my money multiplies 5 times over. Add some leverage, and the returns basically have zero ceiling. But pulling this off requires some serious starting capital. Luckily for me, I just graduated from college about 3 years ago. I have not made much myself, but my family is fairly wealthy. My parents bought me a nice apartment in Ranjan and a car. Now, armed with absolute insider knowledge from the future, I'm obviously going all in to maximize my returns. As for begging my family for the investment money, yeah, I have completely decided against doing that. This future journal is my ultimate secret, and nobody can know. If I suddenly ask my parents for cash to trade international futures, they would instantly think I got played by some massive scam. I would get zero cash, and they might even lock down my car and apartment too. If I miss this tight investment window, the future journal's information would be totally wasted. So where do we go from here? With my mind totally made up, I take immediate action. I start contacting the bank, trying to put both my apartment and car up as collateral right away. After a round of calls, their final answer is far from satisfying. At market value, my apartment and car equal roughly 4.5 million yuan. Stick with me, we are jumping into a wild money game. The bank only offered 3 million, and the approval process takes a whole week. Time is literally money right now. So yeah, waiting on a bank loan? Absolutely useless. So the fastest, most direct option. Sell the apartment and the car immediately. Cash is king, and real estate agents hustle super fast. Boom. By the very next day, eager buyers are locked in for both his massive assets. 4.5 million in assets sold for 4 million cash, hitting his account instantly. A little bit cheap, sure, but he absolutely needed the money super fast. He does not care though. This 4 million is just a tiny little lever. Give him a fulcrum and he easily moves the entire massive world. Pure miracle material right here. But while signing the agreement, his phone suddenly rings loudly. He answers, and his girlfriend Serena's super sweet, flirty voice comes through the other end. Babe, what are you doing? Tucking the phone right under his chin to sign, he replies, I am a little busy today. What is up, babe? But Serena completely ignores his busy schedule. Keeping her super sweet voice going, she just whines, babe. I saw this absolutely amazing Gucci bag at the mall today. It is only 20,000. I really want it. Serena totally knows his family is incredibly rich. He always buys her luxury gifts, hence the massive charm offensive. But he just sold everything he owns to raise capital for the oil futures market. Now pay attention here. Spending 20,000 today means his returns could drop by an entire million in 21 days. So he politely shuts it down. Babe, I am on a big project right now. Cash is really tight. In just a few days, I will buy you the absolute most expensive one. Do we have a deal? But hearing him say no instantly ruins her mood. She snaps back. I do not care. I want it right now. Tanya already got one from her boyfriend. She will totally one-up me. Sighing heavily, he patiently tries calming her down again. Babe, please just listen to me. I seriously do not have spare cash today. The second my funds clear, I will buy it for you right away, okay? No, you obviously have money but refuse to spend it. You cheapskate, I'm completely done talking to you today. She furiously hangs up, giving him zero chance to explain himself. He shakes his head awkwardly, feeling a sudden flicker of intense irritation brewing inside. Honestly, Serena checks every girlfriend box. Flawless skin, gorgeous face, and legs for absolute days. In college, guys literally lined up for days to chase her, but ultimately, his amazing looks and massive family wealth completely won over her shallow little heart. They have been together for 3 or 4 years now, basically sitting right at the serious engagement stage. But Serena has one major flaw. She is insanely vain, ultra-competitive, totally obsessed with luxury brands, and constantly demands him to shower her with ridiculously expensive gifts. Without his massive family wealth, there is zero chance he could maintain this lifestyle. Once this massive oil futures trade hits, he can easily buy her whatever luxury bag she desires. Muttering under his breath, he finally finishes signing the contract. Almost immediately, his phone suddenly pings with a loud notification. Let that sink in for a second. 4 million cash deposited instantly. It is huge, but this crazy opportunity is truly once in a lifetime. Preparation is absolutely key here. Wait, his childhood buddy Devin. He should definitely collect that massive old debt from him first. He can always lend it back out again later if needed. Thinking about Devin makes his eyes completely light up with eager excitement. He immediately pulls out his phone and video calls his lifelong childhood buddy, Devin. They survived both middle and high school together, but Devin had incredibly terrible grades, never made it to college, and jumped right into the brutal working world super early. Compared to him, Devin's family grew up with way less. So during wild club nights and expensive dinners, Ray always picked up the massive tab. When Devin ran short on cash, he generously lent him money right out of his own pocket. Small loans of $3,000 to $5,000 really add up. Over the years, Devin borrowed well over $100,000 in total cash. The video connects fast. Devin's face pops right on the screen, grinning enthusiastically. "Ray, what is up, man? Buying me some drinks tonight?" Smiling calmly, he replies, "I actually have big plans going on today." "Rain, check the drinks, man. I'm calling to ask, can you finally pay back what you owe me?" Instantly, Devin completely freezes. Pure annoyance takes over his face. His tone gets super stiff. "Pay you back? Why would I do that?" That pure audacity almost makes him laugh out loud in total disbelief. "You owe a debt, you pay it back. That is reality. You borrowed my cash, and I'm asking for it back. What is the issue?" Looking at Devin's face, you would think Ray is the one who owes him. He is annoyed, but incredibly polite, stopping himself from blowing up. Years of long friendship absolutely prevent total confrontation right now. Staying totally patient, he calmly says, "Look, man, I need this cash for a huge project. I just checked our message history today. You borrowed over $100,000 just this past year. Tell you what, man, just keep the extra change." So what do you and I think? Asking for exactly $100,000 is completely fair. That change he wrote off was almost $10,000. Stick with me here. I am being totally generous, right? But Devin just fires back, his tone freezing cold. "Ray, that is uncool. Your family has tons of cash. Instead of begging them, you are shaking down a broke guy. So messed up." I almost laugh out loud from pure rage. The sheer absurdity actually chills my fiery anger into something completely frozen. I say, my family business hit rough times too. They simply cannot help. Listen, to raise some quick cash, I literally sold my apartment and my car. I spin my phone around, showing him my empty place. Cleaning crews and movers are super busy right there. It is super obvious this place got completely sold off. Seeing that, Devin raises his voice in total shock. "Wait, you actually sold your apartment and your car? What am I supposed to drive when meeting girls?" Realizing how completely ridiculous that sounds, he actually pauses. Then, a look of pure, hidden joy slowly creeps right across his smug little face. "Ray, are you completely bankrupt now?" I stay totally silent. Staring right at Devin on the screen, I say, "See for yourself. I desperately need funds. Can you return that $100,000 right now?" But Devin doubles down, acting even firmer than before. He sighs impatiently. "Ray, you sold everything. You are obviously totally broke. My $100,000 is literally nothing compared to your massive problems. Why not let me keep it instead of wasting it all away? Help out a poor friend. We are basically brothers anyway. Look, just stop asking me, okay? I am definitely never paying you back. Bye." Click. Devin hangs up the phone, completely heartless. I'm just standing there, utterly stunned. And I have to wonder, how is he this shameless? The borrower acts superior, and the lender practically begs. What kind of crazy world is this? Honestly, I'm not angry anymore. It just feels totally surreal. I never, ever thought our long friendship meant absolutely nothing next to $100,000 to him. I totally read his mind. Since he thinks I am broke, I cannot buy him fancy dinners, hit the clubs for girls, or lend him any more easy cash ever again. A broke version of me is totally useless now. For Devin, my value dropped to zero. Cutting me off perfectly and burning bridges actually makes total sense in his twisted mind. Honestly, getting back loaned cash in this world is basically impossible. Why else are there so many absolute scammers walking around out there? Plus, every single loan I gave him was a quick digital transfer. Absolutely zero written agreements exist between us. What Devin completely misses is my secret plan. I am pooling capital together to absolutely maximize my upcoming market gains. 1 month from now, I will cash out big on oil. Just imagine the absolute shock on his dumb face. I will definitely spare zero expense. Then, hiring the absolute best lawyer to sue Devin and snatch back every single penny he took. If cruelty gets kindness, how do you repay true kindness? You repay genuine kindness with kindness, and match sheer cruelty with sweet justice. Devin will not be returning my cash soon. Now, you and I are moving on. My finger stops on another old friend's picture. Travis. Just like Devin, Travis is a longtime buddy. He only borrowed $10,000. Way less than Devin did, but it still definitely adds up. I figure getting his cash back will be much easier. Since oil peaks in 1 whole month, I desperately need some quick cash for my basic, everyday living expenses now. But incredibly, the second Travis answers, he goes right on the offensive. Hey Ray, I heard you went totally bankrupt. I am literally screaming inside. This bankruptcy rumor is just a wild guess. It has barely been 5 minutes. Travis already knows everything. Devin is definitely working overtime, spreading this fake news to everyone around. Good news stays hidden, while bad news FLIs. I sigh deeply. Devin told you that, right? It is completely false. Forget that crazy nonsense. I called to ask, can you finally pay back those $10,000 you borrowed from me last time? I actually need it really urgently. On the other end, Travis immediately responds with an obnoxious tone. Ray, I have not even paid my own credit card bill yet. I was actually just about to call and ask you for help. Really funny how that works. My heavy heart totally sinks. Travis thinks I am bankrupt and plans to keep my $10,000 forever now. Without wasting another second, I hang up. The world feels freezing cold. I silently fume. If I ever lend cash out again, I am an absolute fool. Just you wait. I seriously lack the energy to deal with you fake friends today. Once this epic oil trade finishes, you both will pay back every single cent with massive interest. Knowing that calling anyone else is completely useless, I finally give up gathering capital. Instead, with my remaining funds, I jump right into trading oil futures. I open up the overseas trading app, entering the crude oil futures interface quickly. Watch closely now, because the war has not started yet. Everything is perfectly calm. Crude oil prices sit steady, hovering right around $30. As a core commodity tied to the dollar, without massive market drama, crude oil prices barely move at all. Let's dive in. I take a deep breath and bet all for million on crude oil futures. The trading app is totally solid, converting my cash at the current rate with barely a fee, depositing everything straight onto the futures platform. And with my secret information source backing this crazy play, I crank my leverage all the way to 50 times. This is an incredibly risky bet. The tiniest drop means my entire account gets instantly wiped completely out. But once the massive conflict finally begins tomorrow, crude oil prices are literally going to skyrocket. Only someone with absolute insider knowledge would ever actually dare use crazy leverage. This insanely high, or else instant ruin. Even with 50 times leverage, compared to the totally massive scale of global crude oil, my cash is incredibly tiny. After entering this huge market, it literally makes absolutely zero big ripples. Prices stay totally flat as ever. Now, I just gotta wait it out. Wait for the conflict to start tomorrow and for oil to hit $150 a barrel. That is my principal times a massive 50 times leverage multiplier. In one single month, my 4 million becomes exactly 1 billion. Even after running the math forever, that insane number still completely makes my head spin. Everything is set up right now, just waiting for the spark. In 21 days, I cash out, heart pounding like absolutely crazy. I lay down in my clothes, eyes tightly squeezed shut. waiting for action. Next day, at exactly 4 in the morning, a massive international breaking news alert floods every single screen. Watch closely now. In 1 hour, global oil futures completely explode from $30 to $39. A massive spike. Instantly. Riding this first wave with a massive 50 times leverage, my 4 million literally just made me a cool 60 million. Staring at those numbers, my breathing stops. This is actual cash. Way more wealth than most people ever see in a lifetime, and I literally made it instantly. Getting incredibly rich overnight absolutely does not even describe this insane moment. If I sold right now, this very moment, I would walk away with a massive 60 million. But I am smart. The future journal totally told me this rally is just the start of the incredible madness. We ride this epic wave until exactly 21 days from right now. That is when I actually truly sell out. Right now, I literally feel like I am riding a totally massive wave. And as long as I hold this exact position perfectly, it will effortlessly carry me to totally unreachable heights. No one understands. As the massive conflict heats up, crude oil futures just keep climbing much higher. Until this intense regional clash cools down, the absolutely epic rally simply continues onward. 39.6, 40.2, 40.7. It slows slightly, but the solid curve points straight upwards. The value of my massive holdings constantly rises with the tide, and my eventual fortune literally grows larger every single passing minute. Okay, I've just gotta stop right now. I cannot stay this hyped. If I pass out before cashing in, that ruins everything. I force myself to close the futures app, take a massive breath, and slowly calm my wildly racing heartbeat back down. This epic rally lasts 21 days. I absolutely cannot sit here and watch every single second. Now that the very first surge pushed my account totally out of the danger zone for liquidation, I decide to trust the future journal completely. You feel me, right? Stop watching the screen constantly. Just check in periodically to see the status. With my nerves on edge, time flies incredibly fast. Before I realize it, the day passes and the afternoon finally arrives. Time to hand my apartment over to the buyer. Bags entirely packed for a while. I drag a giant suitcase right to my girlfriend Serena and her front door. Going back to my parents' house is definitely impossible. After all, I completely do not plan to tell them about selling my apartment and my car. It would absolutely just make them overly anxious and completely worried, creating totally unnecessary complications. Plus, the magic answer journal from the future is a secret I cannot reveal. So, the epic plan is crashing at Serena and her place. After exactly 21 days of waiting, I will easily buy us a massive luxury villa as our new home. I knock on her door. When Serena sees me standing there with a massive suitcase, she is not even slightly surprised. Instead, her cold face screams, "I absolutely knew it," as she blocks the doorway with zero intention of moving. I decide to speak up first. "Babe, please let me crash here for a few days. Just one single month." But Serena has a freezing face. She stays planted right there in the doorway. "Crash for a few days? What about your place? Why are you not living there? Ray, tell the truth right now. Did you go bankrupt?" I literally choke. "Bankrupt? Are you joking right now? I sold my stuff to fund an epic trade. Why does everyone think this? It definitely has to be Devin, that absolute loser. He actually thinks I am broke. Unbelievable how those stupid rumors fly. He is spreading it everywhere. Now my own girlfriend actually believes him. What they absolutely do not know is my awesome futures already easily made over $60 million in this short time. All I literally have to do is tell Serena the amazing truth. Trust me, you will love this. The misunderstanding instantly fades. I smile and say, "Devin said, I am broke? Let's dive right into this crazy mess." I was busy with the futures project, but before I could explain, Serena sharply cut me off. "Stop making up lies. Devin already told me everything. You went bankrupt and sold our apartment and car. Makes sense why you refused to buy that $20,000 bag. You went totally broke. And you kept a massive secret like that from me? Were you actually scheming to marry me just so I could pay off your massive debts? Keep dreaming. Her harsh words totally break my brain for a second. Excuse me, our apartment? My parents bought that place for me. We aren't married yet, so it is none of her business. And claiming I tricked her to cover my debts? Unbelievable. She literally blows $100,000 a month on luxury stuff. Bankrupt or not, marrying her would drain my wallet completely dry. I honestly never expected this. The girl I spent 4 whole years with, the exact same woman I was about to marry, turned out to be this incredibly selfish kind of person. One rumor about me going broke and one denied handbag later, she is sprinting away to cut me loose. People always say love cannot survive a real test, but I never even tested Serena. She completely folded on her own. Serena just stands there with crossed arms, watching me get frustrated, sporting a super cold smirk. See? Look at you. You are totally panicking. Thank goodness Devin warned me about your bankruptcy just in time. You and I know better. But she claimed marrying me would have entirely ruined her life. From today on, I'm completely done with you. Get away from my door. Then, before her voice even fades, Serena steps back inside the apartment and violently slams the heavy door shut. I am left standing outside, completely frozen. 3 or 4 years of love, gone instantly. A single fake bankruptcy rumor. And the woman meant to walk down the aisle with me did not even hesitate before walking right away. And those fake brothers I gave everything to? They switched up instantly, shamelessly refusing to repay any money they owed. Some guys literally see my name on their phone and hang up. When you are totally broke, nobody knows you. When rich, absolute strangers call you family. If I were actually bankrupt, this exact moment would be totally devastating. Mourning, being abandoned by everyone. But I am not bankrupt. Not only am I not broke, but in just one single day, I made over 60 million in returns. Maybe even more. In 21 days, I will secure my first massive fortune. I know. If I actually explained things to Serena, or simply showed her a quick screenshot of my stacked futures account, those tens of millions in pure profit would vaporize her rage in a heartbeat. She would instantly transform back into the sweetest, most understanding fiancé on the entire planet. But after everything I just witnessed, I can only laugh bitterly. I have zero desire left to explain a single thing to Serena. We both saw that coming, right? This whole fake bankruptcy experience finally exposed who the people around me truly are. Deep inside, I feel no emotional storm, but standing below Serena's apartment, I feel momentarily lost. My original plan was selling my apartment, crashing at Serena's place temporarily, and once those oil futures paid out, buying a huge villa for us to share as our new home. I just never imagined Serena would ruthlessly throw me out on the street. Suddenly, I genuinely have nowhere to go. Crashing with friends? My fake best friends like Devin heard I was completely broke and want absolutely nothing to do with me anymore. Going back to my parents? Explaining the sold apartment and car would be a massive headache, and I shouldn't worry them. After quickly weighing my options, the only logical choice is checking into a hotel tonight. I dropped 4 million into futures, but I still kept a bit of savings for sudden emergencies. At least I will not be sleeping on the cold street. Just as I start hailing a ride to my hotel, my phone rings. Seeing the caller's name, I completely freeze. Elise. She was my college classmate for 4 years. Super quiet, reserved, always hiding behind thick black frames. We barely interacted back then. Why would Elise be calling me right now? Puzzled but curious, I pick up the phone. Instantly Elise's voice comes through, sounding super tight with worry. Ray, where exactly are you right now? Are you okay? Her voice completely fails to hide the panic. Extremely confused, I answer honestly. I am in a neighborhood on the west side. Nothing is wrong. Why? What is happening? The two of us barely crossed paths, even during college. After graduation, we talked even less. So this incredibly sudden call from Elise totally catches me off guard. What I do not know is that while standing below Serena's building trying to figure out where to go, Serena had secretly snapped a photo of my back through her window while I stood there holding my suitcase, posting it on social media with this exact caption: "This huge loser sold his apartment and car, completely homeless, totally bankrupt, and he still tried tricking me into marriage. Keep dreaming." Thank goodness I held my ground and never moved in with him before the wedding. Makes you think, doesn't it? She paints herself as completely pure and untouched. But in reality, every time I bought a luxury handbag, she unlocked a brand new position and achievement. Stick with me here. She rushes to announce the breakup, needing to prove her innocence. She tops it off with a sad little selfie, playing the perfect victim role. Right now, Elise is staring at this exact post on her screen. She honestly has no clue why it makes her so incredibly mad. Without a second thought, she grabs her phone and calls me. The line connects. Now, there is absolutely no turning back for her. Summoning all her courage, she stammers, "Ray, I heard you went broke. I mean, you are going through a really tough time right now. If you need a place, just move in with me, and we will split rent." Getting that single sentence out seemingly drains every single drop of energy she has left. She immediately presses the phone to her chest, then yanks it away, totally terrified I might hear her crazy heartbeat right through the speaker. Caught off guard for a moment, then it finally clicks. Elise clearly heard those fake bankruptcy rumors. She probably even knows Serena kicked me out. She is worried I am homeless, or maybe worried I might do something crazy. That is exactly why she called to offer up her place. Who knew the quiet girl in the chunky glasses actually cares this much about me? A tiny smile naturally starts tugging at my lips. I am definitely not broke or planning anything wild, but this totally unexpected warmth? It really hits me right in the heart right now. I make up my mind immediately. All right, Elise, I actually have nowhere else to go right now. Let me crash with you for a few days. Hearing my blunt answer, Elise lets out a tiny gasp. Floating somewhere between totally startled and thrilled, she excitedly replies, "Kiran Tower, Building C, Unit 3101. I will text you the details. Here is where things get interesting. Call me when you arrive, and I will come down," she says. I hang up, smiling and shaking my head. Who would have guessed? The friends I trusted and the girl I loved all turned out to be totally useless. Meanwhile, the friend I barely even talked to is the one stepping up when it really counts. Still, a guy on his own has to stay sharp. I immediately hail a cab and head straight over to the famous Kiran Tower. Kiran Tower is in the absolute center of Rangchang. Elite school district, gorgeous surroundings, and obviously, crazy expensive premium real estate prices. Way more expensive than the old apartment I sold. I never imagined quiet Elise living in such an elite complex. The taxi rolls up to the entrance and gets instantly stopped at the gate. A sharp guard in an overcoat and white gloves approaches, salutes, and politely says, "Good afternoon, sir. You do not look like a resident. How can I help?" I explain I am visiting a friend and will be staying for a little while. Building C, Unit 3101. Name Lin. The guard nods politely, and after confirming things via a quick call from the guardhouse, says, "Miss Elise, there is no need to come down yourself. Our property team will escort your friend safely to your door. Please do not worry." He then grabs my giant suitcase, loads it onto a 6-wheeled shuttle cart, and smiles. "Sir, please hop right on. I will take you right to her door." I nod, step right onto the cart, and ride much deeper into the complex. I cannot help but be amazed. This property service easily rivals a very important person. Airport lounge. Only the absolute most exclusive residences offer this. And Elise actually lives here. Whether she bought or rents, a normal person cannot afford this. My curiosity about who Elise really is deepens. Before long, escorted by the helpful staff, I finally knock on her door. 2 knocks later, it swings wide open. Don't blink, because this is wild. Elise was clearly waiting. "Ray, you are here." I see her face peek out, and I completely freeze. Wait, is this really Elise? That skinny girl in glasses? The stunning girl right in front of me has a delicate face, Flawless porcelain skin with a rosy glow, super refined features, and a perfectly sculpted nose. She radiates absolute elegance, graceful beyond belief. Plus, those simple rimless glasses perched on her cute nose give her this incredibly sweet, good girl charm. Am I at the right place? Catching my stunned gaze, Elise's cheeks instantly flush bright red. Her voice drops super soft. Come on in. Snapping back to reality, I step inside and look around. This place is a massive loft with insanely high ceilings. A dazzling crystal chandelier hangs down, and the Western decor completely oozes refined luxury. Past the living room, a massive floor-to-ceiling window frames a perfect view of the busy financial district. Absolutely breathtaking. On both sides are two bedrooms showing hints of soft pink peeking through. Total girly energy. Pure, the tasteful luxury. One word sums it up nicely. Expensive. I'm completely blown away. What kind of landlord rents out a place this beautiful? I turn back to Elise and ask, hey, are you actually renting this place? Elise entirely ignores my direct question. Instead, she just smiles warmly. Do not worry about rent. Just make yourself right at home. Oh, have you eaten anything yet? What sounds good? I will cook. You and I both know she is hiding something, but I let it go. Stick with me here. I am just a guest, so I ask her, you have not eaten either, right? Making you cook for me? No way, that is way too much. I will cook for you instead. Elise just stares, completely stunned. You can cook? I wash up, flashing a super proud grin. What do you mean? Of course, I can. Time to show off my absolute secret weapon. The world-famous tomato scrambled eggs. Now I'm hard at work in her kitchen. Being 6 feet tall, this black apron looks totally ridiculous on my chest. My long arms just effortlessly reach across the counter. Lean muscles flexing, broad shoulders dropping down to a narrow waist. This guy is literally radiating some serious, quiet power. Still so handsome. Resting her chin on both hands, Elise gets those completely dreamy eyes. Whispering softly, I'm totally focused on the stove and miss it. What was that? She shakes her head super fast. Oh, nothing at all. Just focus on the cooking. Only when I look away again does Elise finally let out a massive sigh of relief. Back in college, I was literally the basketball team MVP. Smooth moves on the court, athletic build, ridiculously good looks, and top of my class. Naturally, all eyes were always on me. But Elise? She just hid away behind thick bangs and super heavy glasses, fading perfectly into the background. She secretly adored me, but never found the courage to actually confess. When Serena and I, the ultimate campus couple, made it official, it absolutely broke her heart for a long time. But deep down, she still silently wished me the absolute best. Now watch this carefully. Seeing Serena's post online, a wild mix of anger and heartbreak hits Elise. You threw out my dream guy? He is single again. Gathering up literally years of hidden courage, Elise finally picks up her phone and dials my number. And now, absolute fate, we are living under the exact same roof. Plus, those tomato scrambled eggs? Every single bite tastes so sweet. She watches me eat like a starving wolf. Elise wants to speak, but totally freezes. She thinks I sold everything and went totally broke. Hitting rock bottom. She just really wants to comfort me. Tell me being broke is not game over, but she is terrified of hurting my pride. I just smile, looking right at her struggling face. Hey, what is on your mind? Trying to tell me something? Do you want to say that going completely bankrupt is not that bad? Since I finally brought it up, she nods. Well, people online are talking about you, saying that life is just super unpredictable right now. Your ex even dumped you. But I need you to know this. Going broke really hurts. But it is not game over. As long as you never give up, as long as you keep that inner fire, you will absolutely bounce back. She is totally serious. And if you want to start fresh, I can try to gather some seed money for your next move. Seeing her super earnest face, I'm genuinely touched. To the whole world right now, I'm just a total broke loser who lost every single penny to his name. You and I know my bankruptcy is entirely fake, right? But even believing it is real, she still took me in, encouraging me, supporting me, even offering her own hard-earned money to help me recover. Compared to Serena, who dumped me the second things looked bad, Elise is on a totally different level. I laugh, feeling a super complicated mix of emotions. You really believe in me that much? Of course. To me, you were always the top guy in class, maybe the entire school. I do not know what went wrong here, but this loss is clearly just bad luck. Just learn from it, try again, and you will win. I know it. Having someone care like this, it hits so different, simply amazing. But since this is a huge misunderstanding, it's time to reveal the truth. Actually, I am not broke at all. I only sold my place and the car to raise massive capital for a futures trade. Wait, you're not broke? Futures? Elise is completely stunned now. You sold literally everything just to raise cash? What kind of futures? I just smirk. International crude oil, riding the tension up north to make an absolutely massive, quick profit. Elise buys it instantly. She lets out a huge breath, smiling so bright. Oh, that makes way more sense now. I knew a genius like you could not possibly go broke. Those internet trolls are so dumb, spreading fake rumors everywhere without checking facts. They literally ruined your reputation for absolutely no reason. Then she suddenly remembers the whole motivational speech she just gave me. Instantly, her face turns bright red, totally embarrassed. Thankfully, I jump in to save the mood. Hey, even with cash, I still sold my actual apartment, so I really do not have a home right now. You will not kick me out, right? She shakes her head super fast, ponytail bouncing exactly like a happy puppy. No way, stay here as long as you need. But the second she says it, she realizes exactly how couple like that sounds. She panics a bit. Do not get the wrong idea. I just love your cooking, and I am terrible in the kitchen anyway. So where does this leave us? Well, after dinner, I awkwardly realize one tiny problem. I forgot my toiletries. Let's dive in. I tossed my things since Serena already had plenty. Getting kicked out was completely wild, let alone ending up as unexpected roommates with my old classmate, Elise. Now, desperately need to buy new stuff. But just as I am heading out, she happily volunteers. Ray, let me get them for you. You don't know the area yet. What if you get completely lost coming back? Just chill here at home. Before I can even answer, Elise dashes out the front door. I let her go, pulling out my phone to check my crude oil futures. In just a few short hours, the price surged again, hitting $46. My portfolio literally leaped from 60 million this morning to 306 million. This growth is terrifying. Aside from governments and giant global companies, nobody on earth is making money faster than me. Now pay attention. Staring at these insane numbers, even I am truly amazed. With just one journal page from the future, wealth has completely skyrocketed this much. My resolve hardens. I absolutely must protect those two journals at all costs. No mistakes allowed. Suddenly, my phone violently buzzes with an incoming video call. After pausing slightly, I finally answer. Instantly, a very stern, graying middle-aged man pops up on screen. Growing up, my dad, Marcus, was always a super serious man. He never calls me son or uses fun nicknames. It is always my full name. But right now, even with that tough face, there is clear, undeniable worry hiding in his eyes. I heard you sold the car and apartment. Failing in business is perfectly okay. Losing all your money is perfectly fine too. Just do not do anything crazy. Obviously, the fake bankruptcy rumor reached my parents. Marcus does not angrily ask why I sold everything. Instead, he warmly reassures his son, begging me not to do anything incredibly foolish. This right here is pure, unconditional love. Zero blame, zero anger, just true fatherly care and concern. Feeling deeply touched, I simply nod. Dad, please relax. That bankruptcy thing is just fake. I sold the stuff to raise massive capital for a secret project. Once this huge trade finishes up, I will explain everything to you, even though my 4 million just multiplied like absolute crazy. I keep my mouth completely shut about the wild futures trade. There is still plenty of time before the final payout. Better to explain with hard cash. Empty words would just completely stress them out more. Seeing me so genuinely energetic and happy, Marcus finally relaxes. He just grunts and hands the phone right over. Son, as long as you are totally safe, that is all that matters. Mom was so worried. I heard you dumped Serena. Good riddance. I never liked her. Give me a few days, and I will set you up with a far better girl. Someone very curvy, super healthy, and perfect for having babies. My mom, Diana, is completely wild. She has literally smothered me with endless affection forever. The only major issue is her total lack of a filter, which gets chaotic. All I can do is shake my head with a helpless, totally defeated smile. You feel this panic too, right? Mom scans the fancy decor behind me and curiously asks, son, where are you exactly right now? I nervously answer, I sold my place and had nowhere to go. So I am staying at a friend's apartment for now, very casual roommates. Diana instantly starts scolding me. What kind of son sells his apartment and ends up completely homeless? Is our house not your home? Move back. But suddenly, the front door pops open and Eli walks right in with shopping bags, happily shouting, Ray, I finally got your toiletries. See if these work for you. Right now, Lise rocks a soft pink cotton loungewear set. The cute little teddy bear on her front stretches super tight. Her graceful curves are completely visible, matched perfectly with white socks. This whole look is pure innocent, but stunning vibes. On screen, Diana's eyes sparkle as she does a complete 180. Ray, you have a lovely guest. Actually, do not come home for a while. We literally have zero room for you here. Bye. And just like that, beep, the chaotic video call abruptly ends. Before hanging up, she still mumbled about being good for babies, leaving me completely stuck between laughing out loud and cringing super hard. Elise definitely seems to pick up the vibe. Blushing bright pink, she delicately asks, was that your mom? I nod. Yeah, that is my mom. She heard the fake bankruptcy rumor and checked in. Elise sweetly hands over the shopping bags. Looking super confused, she slowly asks, I kept hearing your mom say, good for babies. What does good for babies actually mean? I clear my throat and confidently lie with a perfectly straight face. She just means I am incredibly easy to raise and never cause drama for the whole family. Nothing else. Do not overthink it. Ray, shower is all done. Your turn. Elise steps right out of the bathroom, gently towel drying her beautiful hair. Thanks to the warm shower, Elise's skin looks luminous and smooth, like pure ivory, radiating a super healthy, incredibly youthful, and beautiful rosy glow. And trust me, you and I felt that. Her jaw-dropping figure totally contrasts that sweet, innocent face. Her cotton pajamas cover everything, but the sheer volume underneath stretches that fabric tight. It is an innocent but completely captivating look that is impossible to ignore. You and I are wondering the exact same thing. How does that tiny waist support all that? I forcibly redirect my gaze, refusing to stare at those landmarks. Hunching over slightly, I walk super awkwardly straight into the bathroom. Ray, why are you walking so weird? Are you feeling okay? Elisa looks up, her huge eyes filled with genuine concern. I nearly melt from embarrassment on the spot. It is nothing, I say. Just sat way too long. I quickly scramble into the bathroom, shut the door tight, and breathe in the lingering steam and her faint scent. Yep, I definitely need a freezing cold shower. After washing up, we retreat to our separate rooms. The guest bedroom I am staying in hasn't been used in ages, but it is absolutely spotless, without a single speck of dust. Lying back in bed, I open my phone and spot one unread message. Noelle just transferred $20,000 to me. I let out a bitter smile. So, that ridiculous bankruptcy rumor finally reached her too. Noelle, just like Devin, has been my close friend since childhood. But as a girl, she naturally drifted away from our main group. Growing up, I completely ignore the transfer and just reply with a single question mark. Almost instantly, she fires back with her very own question mark. After a quick standoff, Noelle finally breaks the tense silence. I do not have much cash, but when you are in trouble, I must step up. Do not dare look down on me. 20 grand is all this girl has. Not a single penny more. Noelle, Devin totally told you I am bankrupt, right? It is fake. I just needed fast cash. Things got a bit tight, so I sold the apartment. I do not owe anybody a single dime. I am way better off than the gossip says. She replies, you said things are tight. Take this money. Pay me back when things ease up. And I am warning you, if you reject this transfer, I am blocking your number for good. She is totally unreadable. Seeing Noelle push so incredibly stubbornly, I quickly realize she does not believe my story at all. Now watch closely. Among my childhood friends, I was always the rich kid. Now, I sold everything, and my fiancé completely tossed me out. This massive fall from grace has everyone buzzing with gossip. And some people have even started making up entirely wild, unbelievable stories. One claims I fought random guys for a sleeping spot under a bridge, and got myself beaten into an absolute pulp. Another claims I foolishly fell right off Unchewn Bridge, and the rescue squad is still searching the river for me. And someone else swears I just started working at a host club as a lowly escort. It is absolutely ridiculous. These wild rumors, as completely unbelievable as they are, have firmly planted one idea into everyone's subconscious. Rai is completely bankrupt, and despite all that crazy gossip, Noelle still insists on sending me this 20,000. She is totally prepared to never see that cash again. Noelle works at a bank, but her salary is tiny. Plus, she takes care of her poor sick mother at home. The financial burden is heavy. That 20,000 is probably every single penny Noelle painstakingly saved up. And she sent it without blinking. Real loyalty absolutely exists in this crazy world. Since Noelle refuses to take no for an answer, I tap accept. Ding. 20,000 hits my wallet. I do not waste any more breath explaining. We both know words are completely useless right now. But once those massive returns finally land in my account, the epic truth will speak for itself. Along with this 20,000, I have wholeheartedly accepted Noelle's amazing goodwill. Compared to absolute trash like Devin, who avoids his debts and spreads vicious rumors just to completely ruin my reputation, Noelle's kindness is incredibly precious. Repay kindness with kindness, and handle cruelty with absolute justice. As for backstabbers like Devin and Travis, who hide their debts and kick me while I am down, I'm remembering every single face. Sooner or later, I will settle the score and get my epic payback. But for someone like Noelle, who genuinely helped when it mattered most, I will absolutely repay her with everything I have got. After accepting the 20,000, I send a quick text. All right, I will take it. 1 month tops, and I will pay you back. And when I do, a massive surprise will be waiting for you. By the way, how is your mom? After a brief pause, her reply comes. Just got my mom to sleep. Same as always. It is not getting any better. Taking it one day at a time. Work tomorrow. Just one last thing. No matter how tough life gets, do not do anything stupid. Hear me? In my mind, I picture Noelle's deeply worried face. I smile softly and text back. Do not worry, I will not. Soon enough, you will see what the truth really is. I put down my phone, and a heavy wave of exhaustion quickly crashes over me. Since that mysterious journal from my descendants arrived, it has only been 3 days, but my entire world has already flipped completely upside down. The insane mental pressure and constant adrenaline totally drained me. Wrapped in that faint, lingering scent on the sheets, I drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. When I finally open my eyes, bright daylight floods the room. I grab my phone and nearly jump. I slept straight until 11 a.m. I must have been more wiped out than I thought. But at least, I feel totally recharged now. So what do we take from this? Layering 50 times leverage on futures means any slight turbulence triggers forced liquidation. Wild, right? Stick with me here. This is pure genius. Knowing the future changes everything. Because crude oil is such a massive asset, pulling off this crazy move actually worked. With any smaller asset, this exact trade would be completely impossible. He finds a sweet message from Elise. You were still sleeping, so I let you rest. Breakfast is waiting on the table. Make sure to eat. Skipping meals is terrible for you. I will be home by 6. Reading those simple words, a deep warmth fills his chest. Feeling this cared for is incredible. He vows to never be a pushover again. Stepping out of his bedroom, he spots a neat insulated container right on the dining table. He opens it up to find a perfectly prepared breakfast inside. It is actually still warm. She is incredibly thoughtful. Elise is the complete opposite of Serena, literally night and day. While eating, he checks his oil futures on his phone. Now watch closely. Global markets run 24 hours a day, and what he sees nearly makes him choke. Crude oil just surged to $65 a barrel. His trading app shows an insane 4.3 billion. And with the global conflict escalating, those international prices just keep climbing higher. The jump is not as explosive now, but that upward curve remains completely rock solid and steady. He spends the entire day just watching those numbers climb higher and higher. Earning money this easily feels absolutely thrilling. Armed with that future knowledge, absolute financial freedom is literally less than a month away now. He is so eager to read the next pages. Finally, at 6 p.m., evening rolls in. The door beeps and Elise enters. Her cute loungewear from earlier is completely gone now. Instead, Elise rocks a sharp navy suit, sheer stockings on her long legs, and gold glasses, totally nailing that polished and professional look. Catching his stare, her face instantly turns bright red. Ray, why are you staring at me? Does this look weird? My mom actually picked this out. She said office work means dressing properly. It feels so awkward. Let me go change. He quickly shakes his head. No, you look amazing. I was only staring because you look absolutely incredible. Hearing that compliment, a genuine smile touches Elise's lips. Her eyes light up with a beautiful glow. That sudden flash of charm completely stops him in his tracks. They say a woman truly shines for the one who adores her. Elise looks absolutely overjoyed right now. She skips changing clothes entirely. The fridge is empty today. Come on, my treat. Let us go grab a huge dinner. Even though he bragged about cooking, his kitchen skills are actually super average. Last night was pure bluffing. Hearing he avoids cooking, he breathes a huge sigh of relief. Give me 1 minute to change. Maybe because these two are finally getting comfortable around each other. The usually shy Elise speaks up first. Do not bother changing. You look perfectly fine. Let us go. He is wearing casual athletic gear, showing off his tall frame. It is just dinner, so he agrees. I know what you're thinking. Too peaceful, right? Well, leaving Kieran Tower, they spot a flashy woman in revealing clothes, loudly chatting on her phone. Serena, are you already there? Hold on a sec. You know I live at Kieran Tower now. Kieran Pavilion is literally 5 minutes away. I'm not bragging, but my new boyfriend practically begged me to move in. He literally would not stop asking. What can you do, right? Hey, did you just break up with Ray? Let me set you up with one of my boyfriend's friends. Construction guys are totally loaded. Way better than your ex. This flashy, loud woman? That is Tanya, Serena's best friend. Relying heavily on her youth and looks, she swaps out boyfriends like cheap outfits. She just bagged a rich guy in Kieran Tower and moved right in. After all, this is the most exclusive complex in rank. Living in this place is a massive status symbol. Today, she invited Serena to dinner at Kieran Pavilion, and she is running late on purpose just to show off. Still blabbing on the phone, Tanya suddenly freezes mid-step, her eyes going incredibly wide. Then she gasps into the phone, barely believing her own eyes. Hey Serena, guess who I just spotted at Kieran Tower? You will never guess. You cannot even imagine. Let me tell you right now. Your ex-Ray is walking right in front of me, accompanied by an absolute stunner. That word stunner seriously hits completely differently here. Tanya sneaks forward, still glued to her phone. Do not believe me? I will send photos. You and I know this means massive trouble. She lifts her phone and snaps a rapid burst of photos of Ray and Elise from behind. Stick with me. You and I are about to watch some juicy drama unfold. Photos sent. Tanya is literally buzzing with excitement. Her inner gossip queen is completely ablaze. She and Serena are supposed to be besties. Reality? Pure fake friends constantly trying to outshine each other. So with drama this spicy happening, Tanya is absolutely thrilled to watch it unfold. She shortcuts past us, sneaks a few more quick photos, and shoots them straight over to Serena's phone without hesitating. Waiting at Kiran Pavilion, Serena grabs her phone. She stares in total shock at the photos. Tanya just texted her. It really is Ray. Why is he at Kiran Tower? And that woman beside him, it's so incredibly familiar. Wait, is that Elise? Serena mutters, eyes glued to the screen. Tanya's voice buzzes in her ear, totally thrilled. See that? My new phone takes super clear pictures. Oh my gosh, from far away she looks basic, but she is dripping in designer gear. That suit she is wearing? The Giovanni Spring Collection. That bag looks like a limited edition Louis Vuitton. Even her sheer stockings are Balenciaga. That entire outfit starts over 200,000, and money alone cannot buy it. Tanya considers herself a real ranking socialite. She constantly tracks every single major luxury brand during every seasonal runway show. Her fashion eye is razor sharp, perfectly clocking Elise's top-tier outfit in just one quick glance. Yet, those crazy expensive clothes look completely natural on Elise, like custom-tailored masterpieces. Not even a hint of trying too hard. Tanya turns around and waits for us to walk past again. Now watch closely. Tanya whispers into her phone, Serena, didn't you say Ray was bankrupt? Why is he at Kiran Tower with someone this elite? Her outfit is beyond insane. Not just top brands, but custom fitted. Plus, she is incredibly young. Do you know the woman with him? Tanya hesitates, swallowing back what she almost blurts out. This woman next to Ray, her face, her figure, and her incredible fashion sense completely outclass Serena in literally every single way. If she actually said that aloud, their fake, plastic friendship would instantly go up in smoke forever. Biting her lip, Serena answers with real difficulty, I know her. That is Elise. We were college classmates. After we walk further ahead, Tanya starts creeping behind us again from a distance. Staying on the phone. This is so strange. If Ray was clinging to some rich older lady, maybe he went completely broke and became a kept guy. But this is your classmate, and they look super comfortable together. That makes no sense. Could it be that Ray was never actually bankrupt at all? Maybe he just created an excuse to dump you for her? Before she even processes the thought, Serena snaps back defensively, I dumped him. We have absolutely nothing to do with each other anymore, okay? Stop talking about him. Are you coming or not? Otherwise, I am leaving. On the other end, Tanya clearly senses she is pushing Serena past her breaking point. So she quickly backtracks, coming. What is the huge rush? Just wait for me. After hanging up, Serena keeps her strong front. But inside, her mind is total chaos. Let's pause for a second and think about this. Her entire conclusion that I was bankrupt was based on nothing but Devon's gossip. Me selling my apartment, and me refusing to buy her a handbag. Those tiny little clues, combined with her raging temper, made Serena subconsciously accept every single word Devon claimed as absolute fact. I was totally bankrupt, sold everything, flat broke, drowning in endless debt. I am Serena, an actual princess. Why suffer with a broke loser? I sprinted away fast. In that impulsive, dramatic moment, Serena did not listen to my explanation at all. She just chose to break up right there. The crazy rumors following the breakup only made Serena congratulate herself for acting so decisively. But right now, Tanya's words sent pure dread straight into her gut. What if Ray was never actually broke at all? Was this whole thing just his way of testing me, and I totally failed? No, impossible. I dumped him. He is nothing now. Serena furiously shakes her head, trying to fling these awful thoughts away. But before she can even breathe, two people walk right through the Kiran Pavilion doors, making her eyes pop wide open with shock. Ray. Near the pavilion entrance, Elise and I are being guided by a server heading her way. Suddenly, my voice becomes super clear. Elise, we are just grabbing food. Why pick such a fancy spot? The same Elise who acts like a shy sweetheart around me looks totally, perfectly at ease inside here. She smiles sweetly. It is close to our place, and the food is great. I come here constantly. Plus, you have been incredibly exhausted lately. I didn't even have the heart to wake you up this morning. I am ordering you their absolute best steak to recharge. Hearing this sweet exchange, Serena's emotions turn into a raging hurricane. Absolute fury burns inside her, even though we already broke up. You and I both know the truth. Deep down, Serena still views me as her property, hating anyone touching what is hers. Alright, trust me. Seeing me chat so happily with the gorgeous Elise is making Serena's jealous. Brain completely short-circuit right now. Before stopping herself, she snaps, Ray, what are you doing here? Hearing my name, I casually glance over and find my bitter ex pouting in the waiting area. Serena obviously tried way too hard with her flashy outfit tonight. That Versace dress she has on, I bought that. But next to Elise, Serena's heavy makeup just looks completely desperate and way too overdone. When it comes to pure style, Elise wins by a mile. Serena looks like a fake socialite, but Elise, a literal princess born with natural grace. Seeing my ex just brings up weird feelings. 3 years together and she dumped me over fake rumors. Pretending I feel nothing is lying. If I actually lost everything, this situation would be completely humiliating and bitter. But I am not broke. Thanks to my upcoming oil futures massive payout, I am totally confident. My face gives away zero. I stare Serena down and flatly say, did not expect you here. I'm just grabbing a quick dinner. I turn my back on Serena and smoothly walk past her with Elise. The guy she used just completely ignored her. Zero attachment in my eyes. Walking past with another stunning girl. Unbothered. Now watch this carefully. Serena completely loses her mind, jumps up, and blocks my path. I stop, frown deeply, and ask her, what do you want? Honestly, she does not even know. Seeing Elise and me looking like a perfect couple just fills her with pure unhinged rage. She thinks, you are broke. Why is a gorgeous girl with you? Broke guys should be under bridges. Shouldn't you be crying and begging? Nobody else sees the wild circus inside Serena's head. The classy waiter calmly steps right forward. He blocks Serena, keeping us separated, and politely asks, Miss, do you need help? Otherwise, I really need to take our honored guests to their reserved table now. The place is super quiet. Her loud screaming instantly grabs the attention of everyone eating. Heads turning fast. With everyone staring so hard, Serena refuses to retreat, but running away feels embarrassing too. She glares at me and yells at the waiter, is Kiran Pavilion not the fanciest spot in Ranch? Where is your dress code? You're letting someone dressed like a total bum eat near me. Does that not ruin the vibe? I rushed out assuming it was just a casual meal. I am wearing simple loungewear and basic sandals. The whole look is extremely casual. Serena spots my lazy outfit and decides to embarrass me, hoping to release the crazy frustration boiling inside her. But hearing her toxic complaining, the waiter just smiles gracefully and says, our entire philosophy is serving all our guests. The customer is king. As long as someone dresses decently, anyone can dine here at the amazing Kiran Pavilion. Then the waiter stops, turns around gracefully, and bows respectfully to Elise before speaking. You and I love this twist. He is with Elise, and her mom actually owns Kiran Pavilion. So any friend of hers is our ultimate VIP guest. Serena's face turns totally pale, completely mortified. Her nasty little trap to embarrass me completely blew up in her face. Even a normal waiter ruthlessly shut her down. The restaurant drama gets louder, pulling in even more curious stares from all the tables. Some folks even whip out their phones, hitting record while juicy whispers start spreading. Look at this dramatic soap opera. Two beautiful girls fighting over one guy. He is pretty decent looking. Just decent? Please. If you were even half that handsome, I would be completely thrilled. Hey, if I looked that good, girls would definitely be fighting you for me. Hearing this goofy gossip, I sigh heavily and declare, Serena, we are finished. Stop trying to crash into my new life. This is public. Show some pride and get out of my way right now. With that, I pull Elise close, shielding her behind me, and march past Serena's completely frozen face straight toward the busy dining area. Serena is left standing, totally alone, just a sad clown performing for an empty, uncaring room. Feeling everyone judging her, Serena absolutely cannot handle the massive embarrassment. She aggressively stomps her foot, ignores the waiting room, and storms outside, furiously swinging her designer handbag. Elise utterly crushed Serena today in beauty, powerful aura, and high fashion. A total, humiliating defeat. So what do we make of this? Karma. After throwing a massive tantrum, there is no way Serena can stay and eat here anymore. Let's jump right in. What Serena totally misses while storming out is her absolutely fake bestie, Tanya, secretly trailing right behind me into the Kirin pavilion. Get this, Tanya literally filmed that entire dramatic showdown on her phone. A sneaky grin pops up as she struts right after Serena. Honestly, that whole tiny drama? I really do not care at all. My heart is completely calm. Getting kicked to the curb finally showed me Serena's true, totally ugly colors. She is vain, completely disloyal, and totally bails the moment things get a little tough. She deserves 0 tears from me. The one truly worth my time is right here, staring with pure, genuine worry in her eyes. Are you okay? I look chill, but Elise is stressing, thinking I am just faking this brave face. I mean, I did just dump Serena and got totally tossed out in the most embarrassing way ever. Anyone else would be a wreck, but I am genuinely fine. I am totally over it. I flash Elise a grin. Do not worry, I'm good. Serena is completely deleted from my life. That girl never deserved my loyalty anyway. It just stings a little knowing I wasted years on someone so unbelievably fake. Elise finally breathes, hearing that, and a secret burst of joy lights her chest. For years, even without talking much, Elise has been quietly watching me, holding onto this massive secret crush, which totally explains why she instantly reached out the second I got kicked out, offering her place for me to crash at. Now watch this closely. With Serena officially out of the picture, doesn't that mean her ultimate chance has finally arrived? While her heart literally soars, I cut in. Enough about my drama. How are you? We have barely talked since college graduation. What have you been up to? Back in college, Elise was super quiet and never really stood out. Once we graduated, she completely dropped off the map. I had 0 clue what she was doing with her life. But somehow, after just a few years, this shy girl now lives in Rangchang's fanciest apartment complex and casually wears a massive fortune. It seriously makes me wonder who Elise actually is behind that sweet smile. She did a 2-year master's degree, switched to law, and then landed a massive job at Deheng law firm as an attorney. Now, she just finished probation and is an official lawyer. Hearing her say this so casually leaves me completely speechless. She acts like it is nothing, but I know it is actually insane. Deheng is absolutely huge, the biggest firm in Rangchang, maybe the entire nation. A fresh grad walking right in? That is basically impossible. You usually need years of hardcore grinding at other places, making a huge name for yourself before even getting an interview. Deheng is literally the gathering ground for elite legal legends. They handle the absolute craziest, most famous cases in the country. So for Elise, a rookie with 0 real experience, you and I both know what this means. She has insanely deep family connections. Law isn't just reading books, it is about who you know and having massive social power. Deheng obviously saw the heavy influence backing Elise and snagged her immediately. But she totally skips the hiring details, turning right back to me. So what about you? What project made you sell your apartment and car just to get cash, making everyone out there think you went completely bankrupt? The food finally arrives, and I am starving. Eating and talking reveal I sold it all to play international futures. Futures trading needs massive cash upfront. Otherwise, the giant players just crush you and take everything you have. Hearing that, absolute shock flashes right across her sweet face. You sold your car, your house, and threw it all into futures? Going all in like that is dangerously risky. Elise actually understands how this works. Compared to normal stocks, international futures are wildly unpredictable and swing way faster. Sure, the profits can be massive, but risk always matches the reward. The higher you climb, the harder you can fall. One tiny mistake, and your entire bank account is wiped clean, vanishing like dust. Seeing her panic, I just smile and explain. I am trading crude oil. It is a major asset, so it stays surprisingly stable. The danger is way lower. True, oil is safer, but compared to normal stocks, the risk is still completely wild. Plus, I threw in 50 times leverage on top of it, without my secret system practically giving me the cheat codes. A crazy gamble like this would be guaranteed total financial ruin. You really bought international crude oil futures? When did you buy? Elise tracks the oil market. Trust me, you will love my answer. Let's dive right in. A peaceful world suddenly exploding into a massive global conflict was a total shock to absolutely everyone watching. Skyrocketing crude oil prices dominated every single news broadcast completely non-stop. And out of everything, I actually bought crude oil futures. More importantly, Elise remembers right. I completely sold my apartment and car before the conflict started. If I went all in on international crude oil futures before the conflict began, then with prices skyrocketing now, definitely made an absolute massive fortune. I hide absolutely nothing about my investments. I tell her straight. I bought those futures before the conflict began. Plus, I actually added 50 times leverage through a major financial institution when I bought in. Hearing this, Elise is entirely stunned. She just stares at me, her rosy lips parting. I not only bravely bought oil futures before everything started, but I also had the crazy nerve to stack 50 times leverage. Honestly, a move that anyone would call completely insane. Yet, this absolute insanity brought me a truly unimaginable financial return. Elise's voice literally shakes right now. With 50 times leverage, how much was your starting capital? 4 million. Elise had been tracking those crude oil prices. One quick mental calculation gives her a rough estimate. Then your returns must be over 100 million. Even living in Richeng's finest complex and wearing incredibly expensive clothes, Elise is still completely staggered by that massive number. 100 million. Sure, some crazy billionaires jokingly call that a tiny goal, but for most normal people on this planet, it is an impossible dream. And I actually pulled it off in just a few days. Watch closely now. Making that crazy fast fortune and pulling off that wild investment choice? Imagine the absolute, sheer confidence that actually takes. Seeing me radiating pure confidence across the table, Elise feels her heart flutter. It is honestly like my entire being is glowing brightly. This is the exact guy Elise has wanted for years. A truly genuine, bright smile spreads right across her face. She is truly, so incredibly happy for me. Raising her wine glass, she tips it my way and says, "This is amazing news, right? Congratulations." I happily raise my glass and gently clink it against hers. Thank you for taking me in when I had nowhere else. Elise shakes her head with a bright smile. Oh, seriously, stop teasing me. You are worth over 100 million now. With that cash, you could go anywhere. My net worth is 9 figures, but it is all totally tied up in the futures market right now. I cannot really spend it. Honestly, when you called me, I was completely broke. Without you taking me in, I would literally be sleeping on the streets. Half serious and half joking, I continue. This glass, a nice toast with borrowed wine to my beautiful savior. Cheers. Elise completely bursts out laughing at my silly antics. Cheers. We raise our glasses and drink. After finishing half her red wine, 2 rosy blushes bloom across Elise's delicate face, giving her this incredibly charming and slightly tipsy allure. She continues, "You have already made so much money. When are you cashing out?" I will wait a bit longer. If the conflict keeps going, oil prices definitely still have room to climb. What? Now that I finally have a place to stay, you cannot wait to kick me out. Elise shakes her head frantically. That is not what I meant at all. I am definitely not making you leave. Just stay at my place as long as you want. Honestly, even forever is completely fine. The exact second those words leave her mouth, Elise realizes how that sounds. Her face turns bright red, and she shyly drops her head. Seeing how incredibly adorable she is, I burst out laughing, feeling that guilty fun of teasing a cute little pet. We all saw that coming, right? I smirk. Your words. You are stuck with me. I am seriously staying forever. Hearing those half-joking, half-serious words, Elise suddenly lifts her cute face, eyes shining with something deeper, and summons all her bravery. Deal. Over the next 2 weeks, I stay almost entirely at Elise's place, closely monitoring the global situation and those crude oil price movements. As the whole conflict gradually becomes clearer, international crude oil futures prices completely stabilize exactly as the Answer Journal predicted. Oil hits $150 a barrel, steadily bouncing around that mark. According to that journal, 150 is the peak. Soon, prices will hit a major breaking point and steadily drop. But thanks to limited information, most clueless investors cannot accurately read the trend and are still frantically buying in. Meanwhile, national funds and big institutions with insider knowledge are unloading their stockpiled futures fast, one side buying, the other selling. A massive push and pull. That explains why oil plateaued around 150. Looks like it is finally time to sell those futures and grab my cold hard cash. Watching all this play out, I quickly decide to liquidate every single barrel of crude oil futures in my entire account and sell them all. From a personal view, a futures holdings are insanely massive, and converting them to cash creates a staggering fortune. So what do you and I make of this? The oil market is so massive that dumping everything I own at once barely makes a ripple. The huge market swallows it whole. Trust me, you and I are about to watch his futures hit zero while his account balance absolutely explodes to 1 billion and 20 million. In just under a month, his assets jumped from the 4 million he barely scraped up by selling everything straight to over 1 billion. Even before finally cashing out, he had honestly calculated his massive potential returns 1,000 times over. But seeing that actual cash sitting right in his account, he is completely ecstatic. His racing heart takes forever to finally calm down. Right now, he isn't just enjoying the wild thrill of this massive payout. He is absolutely marveling at the insane power of that future Answer Journal from his descendants. One single page made him a billionaire. That makes him incredibly eager to see exactly what wild surprises those remaining pages hold. Next, he follows the exact same hidden route used to move the funds out. Initially, after paying a hefty fee, he transfers the massive sum back into his personal account. Seeing that insanely long digit string finally calms his racing heart. The dust has finally settled. Now, he enjoys those rewards. He cannot buy his old apartment back right now, and honestly, he has zero intention of trying anyway. With $1 billion ready, he wants a massive mansion. Kiran Tower looks nice. He needs a huge 300-meter penthouse. Lacking a car is super annoying. That old 100,000 yuan commuter is useless now. Buying a car means starting at the million yuan luxury tier. Amazing cars are every man's dream. Mention luxury cars, and everyone instantly pictures a Lamborghini, Pagani, Ferrari, or some other legendary supercar. These absolute beasts cost a total fortune, easily millions each. The second they hit the streets, pay attention here. These are ultimate head turners. But spotting one of these legendary supercars in everyday life is actually incredibly rare. For one thing, these top-tier sports cars are just insanely expensive for any average person. Plus, a supercar's ground clearance is ridiculously low, basically demanding absolutely perfect road conditions everywhere. On our bumpy, terrible speed bump roads, they are completely impractical. Hit one single speed bump going fast, and that expensive undercarriage gets completely shredded. Straight to the shop. He once drove a buddy's Lamborghini Huracan. Despite its totally jaw-dropping exterior, That cabin was impossibly tight and ridiculously cramped inside. Normal family cars are super comfortable. If the seat ever feels wrong, you just easily adjust the backrest. But driving a Lamborghini Huracan means you are practically lying half flat in the cockpit. Tiny space, zero comfort. That is the crazy sacrifice supercars make for aerodynamics and raw, wild performance. So honestly, driving these supercars every single day is completely unbearable. It is pure suffering. Even with $1 billion, he has zero desire to buy those legendary supercars anyway. The only brand he truly wants is Bentley. As a highly elite global automaker, Bentley's amazing prestige absolutely equals that of Ferrari and Lamborghini combined. And for pure comfort, Bentley totally and absolutely destroys every single supercar on the market. Their most iconic model is easily the world-famous Bentley Continental GT. I know what you're thinking, but even before finding that future journal, he always dreamed of owning one. Now, with $1 billion, he never hesitates. He grabs his phone, finds a contact saved as Big Lou, and calls. Suddenly, a booming voice answers. "Ray, what made you think of yours truly today? What can I do?" That voice belongs to Lou. Thanks to his massive build, everyone just calls him Big Lou. He honestly loves the nickname. In fact, it stuck. He actually knows Big Lou through Devin's introduction, since both of those guys work in used luxury cars. Sourcing elite luxury vehicles for wealthy clients is incredibly easy for both guys. When he and Devin went out for drinks, they often brought Big Lou along, so the two are extremely well acquainted today. Big Lou is slightly older, but as a smart businessman who knows courtesy pays off, he stays incredibly polite with absolutely everyone he calls. So despite Ray being significantly younger, Big Lou always addresses him with absolute, genuine respect every time. "Big Lou, are you still playing the car game? I want something specific. Can you track it down for me?" As a world-class automaker, Bentley has incredibly few mainland China dealerships, basically just in major hubs like Beijing and Shanghai. His city lacks any official dealership to easily buy a new Bentley Continental. He must either travel himself or find a buyer. Over the phone, Big Lou hesitates slightly, then keeps his tone warm. "Sure thing." If Ray asks, that means he trusts him. Big Lou has it covered. But then, he pauses and continues. And that's where we leave it. Big Lou asks why he skipped Devin. Won't Devin find out and get mad? Stick with me here. I laugh. Devin? That guy is no friend of mine. Mentioning him is bad luck. "Big Lou, I need a Bentley Continental GT. Do you have the connections to score me the newest model?" Hearing this, Big Lou completely freezes up. A Bentley Continental GT? That is a total beast. Even the base model costs over $3 million. The GT version hits almost $5 million. "Ray, did you just win the lottery or something? Just yesterday, I heard your bank account tanked. Now you want a Bentley Continental? Isn't this move a bit too fast?" Big Lou speaks politely, but I know exactly what he means. He totally thinks I just went bankrupt. A 5 million yuan Bentley? You can't afford it. Do not make me work just to find out you cannot pay later. Not funny at all. I just smile, completely unbothered by Big Lou doubting me. Did Devin tell you I went broke? That's just a fake rumor he's spreading. Big Lou, not joking around. How about this? Send an account number. I will wire 500,000 as a deposit. Go find that car with zero worries. If I bail, keep the 500,000 as a fee. Deal? Big Lou instantly lights up. Ray, what are you saying? We never need deposits between us. But since you offered, turning it down would honestly be pretty disrespectful. I will send the account number soon. Transfer the money whenever you are ready. I will call Bentley and secure the latest fully loaded Bentley Continental GT. Hearing me offer 500,000 upfront. Watch closely here. Big Lou's tone instantly warms up. After all, the guy is a pure businessman. He hears crazy rumors daily, mostly just noise. Honestly, the financial status has absolutely nothing to do with Big Lou anyway. If I flash the cash and buy that Bentley Continental from him, I instantly become his VIP client. His king. Hanging up, I instantly wire 500,000 to Big Lou's account. My massive balance does not even budge. Just a tiny drop in the bucket. Seriously? Being this incredibly rich feels absolutely amazing. Shaking my head, smiling, I get dressed and head out. My bank account holds over 1 billion yuan total. That is an insane amount of liquid cash, and I really need to find it a safe home. The Huron Rich List says 170,000 people here have assets, over 100 million. But that huge number includes properties and locked-up stocks. I know exactly what you are thinking. 1 billion in pure cash is absolutely staggering. Across the whole nation, people actually holding that much liquid money is basically zero. Usually, only massive public companies or huge financial institutions can hold 1 billion in cash at any specific time. So while 1 billion might not sound completely impossible, adding the word cash right next to it makes it absolutely terrifying. 1 billion in pure cash makes any bank pay attention immediately. I won't leave this billion sitting in my account. I need to find a proper home. Grabbing my phone, I call Noel. The line quickly connects. Noel, are you busy? Still working? What is up? I want to open a brand new account at your bank. Can I visit now? Sure, come over. But why suddenly open a new bank account today? Honestly, I just have way too much money. My old bank cannot hold it. Yeah, right. Stop joking around. Just get over here quickly. I'm getting off work soon. Hanging up, I simply grab my ID and leave. Just days ago, selling my place and car made everyone think I went totally broke. They avoided me completely, but Noel actually reached out first and even transferred 20,000 directly to me. Remember, Noel's family is not wealthy at all. You could even call them poor. So while I was never actually bankrupt, her pure kindness really stayed with me. Now that I have this perfect chance, I truly want to repay her. I will open an account at the Bank of Communications where Noel works and transfer my entire billion there. I hear bank workers constantly face huge deposit attraction targets. Parking this massive amount of cash at her branch should give Noel a really serious career boost. I have visited Noel's branch twice. It is pretty far from Kirin Tower. Walking there would honestly take forever. With my old car sold and the Bentley Continental delayed, I just book an app ride. Not having personal wheels right now is actually super annoying. I should probably buy a temporary ride before that Bentley arrives. Sitting in the taxi, I head straight toward Noel's bank branch. Right after hanging up, Noel stands up and stretches lazily in the bank. Her bank uniform features a navy blue dress shirt matched perfectly with a knee-length pencil skirt. Mass-produced uniforms usually fit terribly and look pretty frumpy on most people, but that is definitely not the case with someone like Noel. Noel has a beautifully tall, striking frame, standing a full 5'7", with gorgeous legs that genuinely seem to go on forever. Slender and straight, completely eye-catching under that skirt. Stretching like a cat, her perfect golden ratio figure instantly grabs her co-worker's attention. Trust me, we both know this exact look. Every guy secretly stares, while the jealous women silently roll their eyes. Let's dive right in. You and I are about to see a quiet shift turn into pure chaos as Noel goes on break. But walking past the staff fridge, she instantly freezes right in her tracks. Her brows furrow tight. Pure anger instantly flashes across her face. Right there in the trash bin sits a heavily wrapped bag. Inside, several packets of expensive, pre-brewed herbal medicine. She literally just picked this up from the hospital before her shift. She kept it cold in the fridge to take home later. It is a special prescription for her sick mom. It has to stay refrigerated, otherwise the whole batch completely loses its power. Yet someone actually pulled it out and carelessly tossed it straight into the garbage. Heart racing, Noel drops to the floor and quickly digs the medicine out. The absolute second she touches the plastic, her heart sinks. The once icy packets are now completely at room temperature. They have been sitting in the trash for hours. This super sensitive medication has almost certainly gone completely bad by now. Shaking with total rage, she yells, "Who did this? Who threw out my medicine?" Instantly, the whole bank stares right at her. but the coworkers just stare back with cold indifference, or even twisted amusement. Watch closely here. Another coworker casually strolls right over, completely unfazed by all the drama. She glides past, grabs a canned coffee, and snaps, "I did it. Got a problem? That fridge is for everyone to use. Your nasty herbal stuff stunk up my drink. Who knows what is in there? What if one of us gets poisoned today? Could you handle that? Honestly, tossing it out was a total favor. You should honestly be thanking me." Noelle almost laughs from pure fury. "Thank you. I will thank you and your entire family. That was a hospital prescription for my sick mom. It needs to be freezing cold, and now it is completely ruined. Plus, I wrapped those packets in so many thick plastic layers. There was absolutely zero smell coming out. This girl, Lena, she is rocking absurdly bright red lipstick, crazy colored contacts, and super heavy makeup. She somehow turned a boring bank uniform into a flashy nightclub outfit. Justed neon lights and a loud karaoke machine. Lena just smirks, pops open her iced coffee, takes a sip, and sneers, "Your medicine went bad." "How is that my problem? I said it smelled, so it smelled. Put medicine in there again, and I will trash it every single time." Seeing this wildly arrogant attitude, Noelle is about to explode. Her bank salary is tiny. Plus, she single-handedly supports a mother who completely depends on her for survival. The financial weight is insane. 2,000 yuan worth of medicine, and now it is literally just garbage. To get a refill, she has to pay that massive hospital bill again. But wait, she recently gave away her entire 20,000 yuan savings. She literally cannot afford to buy more medicine right now. I know exactly what you are thinking. Look at Lena's smug face. Absolutely zero guilt. Just pure, nasty provocation. Completely furious and heartbroken, Noelle steps right up and fiercely grabs onto Lena's arm. "Oh no, you're not walking away. You trashed my mom's medicine, and you owe me a real answer." Noelle looks fragile, but years of hard chores built serious strength. Lena frantically yanks twice, but simply cannot break loose. Lena shrieks, "Are you totally crazy? Let me go." The entire room descends into pure chaos. Uniforms getting yanked, hair flying completely everywhere. It is a massive, dramatic catfight. Mid-fight, Lena ruthlessly grabs her coffee and chucks it straight into Noelle's face. Freezing dark liquid splashes everywhere, totally soaking her bank uniform. Drenched from head to chest, Noelle completely freezes in shock. Her medicine trashed for absolutely no reason. She was wronged, and honestly just wanted a basic explanation. Even a simple apology would work. The expensive medicine is ruined, and nothing can fix that. But she never imagined Lena would be this insanely vicious and arrogant. Not a single drop of guilt anywhere. And now, an iced coffee directly to the face. Pure fury finally boils completely over. She raises a hand, ready to deliver an epic slap. But suddenly, booming voice echoes out, "Stop! What are you doing? Fighting during actual business hours? This is completely outrageous." Branch manager Victor literally appeared out of nowhere. His face is pitch black with anger over employees brawling inside his bank. This will make them a total laughingstock. Victor angrily marches right up and snaps at them. She silently lets go, grabbing some tissues. "Trust me, you, and I know this fight is not over. Let's jump into this mess together." The coffee left dark stains that absolutely refused to wash out. Scrubbing just smears them into massive, horrible streaks. She looks like a complete disaster. But Lena, the second manager, Victor, shows up. She instantly drops her tough, nasty attitude. She turns into a helpless victim, sliding up to Victor, pouting sadly. "Boss, she totally attacked me. Look, she scratched my wrist." Flashing the wrist Noelle supposedly grabbed, she rubs it directly on Victor's arm. She leans half her body right into his space, completely shameless about using her soft curves. Feeling her warmth, Victor actually loses focus for a second. But with the whole bank watching them, he coughs, pushes Lena away, and glares coldly at Noelle. "What is going on here? I step outside, and immediately see you trying to hit Lena. You two are co-workers. Can you not use words? Do you even want this job anymore? The drama between these two runs really deep. Noelle earned her spot fairly by crushing an entrance exam. Meanwhile, Lena got hired simply because a rich relative dropped 20 million into an account. Basically, they just bought her a fancy desk. Money, vacation, basic values, complete opposites. They have literally never liked each other. Normal arguments happen all the time, but today completely blew up into a massive, screaming confrontation. Noelle is covered in sticky coffee, feeling absolutely terrible. Catching all those stares, pure frustration overwhelms her. Her eyes are totally red, but she absolutely refuses to cry in front of her horrible co-workers. She holds firm. Lena dumped my medicine away for nothing. She started it. Lena instantly whines back. I absolutely did not. That smelly junk was disgusting. I figured someone left it just to gross everyone out. And then Noelle just tried physically hitting me. Everyone watched it. I do not care. I'm calling the cops. Arrest her. Strip her out of that uniform and fire her. Brutal when right, and completely toxic when wrong. That describes Lena's awful personality perfectly. Now watch this part closely. She provoked the fight and lied. If police actually arrive, this mess will spiral totally out of control. As branch manager, Victor totally knows Lena is guilty, and Noelle threw 0 punches. Still, just to keep things completely quiet, he sighs heavily. Look, you guys work together. This minor drama is definitely not worth calling the police over. Listen up. Noelle, apologize to Lena right now, and swear no more medicine goes in our fridge. Then we are done here. Hearing his unfair ruling, Noelle stares in shock. Lena was clearly guilty. She started this entire mess, trashed the crucial medicine, and splashed hot coffee everywhere. And now the boss wants Noelle to apologize? It is almost funny. This obvious, blatant favoritism makes her completely furious with pure rage. She wants to scream right out loud. Are you two just running a dirty scam together? Fine, I absolutely quit. But she keeps those brave words silent. The money is bad, but she desperately needs the cash for her family. Her sick mother is waiting at home. If she loses this job, Noelle honestly has no idea what to do. You and I both feel her pain. Knowing Lena is bullying her, and Victor is corrupt, Noelle simply cannot afford to fight back. She takes a deep, shaking breath. Her eyes glisten as heavy tears almost fall. Her voice shakes, totally choked with heavy emotion. I am sorry. Defeated, Noelle grabs her ruined medicine off the floor and returns to her desk. Behind her, Lena still looks super annoyed, yelling right at her back. What awful attitude is that? You call that a real apology? Forget it. I am not letting this go. Cops are being called right now. Victor jumps in. That is enough, Lena. Drop it. Then, hiding where nobody can see, Victor sneaks a hand over, squeezes her waist, and whispers, "You were totally wrong today. I took your side in front of everyone. You better make it up to me tonight." Lena lets out a soft, flirty hum, shoots Victor a heavily loaded look, and whispers with a sly smile, "You are so naughty. I will text you later." Watching Lena sway her hips right back to her desk, Victor feels a fire burning inside, wishing he could clock out immediately and enjoy this little reward. Noelle returns to her small station and finally cannot hold it anymore. She drops her heavy head onto the counter, crying silently. With her face buried in her arms, Noelle's heart aches deeply. No matter what she does, the tears simply will not stop. She has worked at this bank for 3 solid years. Her father passed away early. Mom is sick. She has 0 connections and literally no rich family background. Everything she has right now, she earned through pure, hard talent. But since day one, Victor dropped creepy hints, pushing casting couch tactics, trying to trade promotions and big performance bonuses just for her body. Noelle rejected him without hesitation. With those gorgeous looks, she could easily have any rich boss she wanted. Why settle for a lowly bank job? And trust me, getting repeatedly rejected quickly turned Victor's wounded ego into pure, absolute rage. Alright, let's jump into this. He started targeting Noelle constantly, With absolutely zero connections, she couldn't fight back and just suffered in silence. Until today, they actually went even further, tossing her poor mother's medicine right into the garbage. That was her sick mom's treatment. She desperately wants to fight back, but pure, crushing helplessness totally surrounds her. She has zero options left besides crying. But suddenly, a familiar voice reaches her ears. "Noelle, what happened to you?" Hearing her name, she frantically wipes away those tears and looks straight up. I'm standing right at her counter, frowning hard. Seeing me standing there, Noelle completely panics. She instinctively tries hiding those coffee stains, stammering, "It's nothing, nothing at all. How did you get here so fast?" But those dark stains are everywhere. Her pale arms simply can't hide them. Frowning, I ask her, "Why were you crying? Who did this to you?" Honestly, I've actually been standing here for a while. Now pay attention here. I heard all that bank commotion earlier, but I never actually imagined Noelle was the victim. Seeing my deepening frown and dark expression, Noelle desperately avoids causing me trouble. She just wipes her tears and forces a sweet smile. "I am totally fine, just bumped into something. Anyway, didn't you want to open a brand new bank account today? Hand me your ID, it will just take a minute." Seeing she won't talk about it, I decide not to push. I sit down and hand over my documents, but my mind is completely made up. Once I leave, I'm getting to the bottom of this. She helped me at my absolute lowest point. So if someone is bullying her now, I'm absolutely standing up for her. Opening an account is super easy. Noelle speeds right through the entire process with practiced skill. Changing the subject completely, she asks, "Your company payroll goes through the National Bank, right? Why open an account here? Need a loan? If so, I will ask the branch manager to get you a much higher credit limit." Even after getting completely ganged up on by Victor and Lena, she doesn't hesitate for one single second to help me out. If needed, she would march straight into Victor's office right now. But I just shake my head. I know what you're thinking, but like I said earlier, I just have way too much cash. I need a new home for it. Noelle assumes I'm just trying to cheer her up. A tiny smile appears. "You are totally impossible. Can't you ever be serious?" Since she clearly doesn't believe me, I stop arguing. I just pull out my phone, open my balance, and flash it right at her. "Why would I ever lie to you? You're not exactly my usual type anyway. No point tricking you." Even with my teasing, Noelle goes completely still. She just stares blankly at the screen number, whispering under her breath, "That is 10 digits. She looks up in absolute shock. 1 billion? Did you Photoshop this? I laugh, shaking my head, handing over the phone. "See for yourself." Noelle slowly takes it. Her pale fingers swipe across the screen. It is unmistakably the completely official national banking application. "Trust me, you are going to love this." As a pro, she knows it's real. Ray's account actually holds 1 billion in deposits.